Deep within the Sierra Nevada mountains, carved between granite cliffs and dense pines, lies an island on the back of Courtright Reservoir that few ever reach. Hey, what's up? I'm Chris from Shred Vision, and on this adventure, we're gonna island camp on Courtright Reservoir. Courtright Reservoir is an alpine lake that's located above 8,000 feet in the Sierra Nevada wilderness, and on the back of the lake there's an island that I've always seen for years that I've always wanted to camp on and explore. On this adventure, we're gonna have to load up our inflatable kayaks in the back of our motorcycles, traverse the narrow roads and get into some areas that you can't normally get to by car, where we'll find a hidden beach and then inflate our kayak and paddle out a couple miles on the lake to get to our remote island where we're gonna camp for the night. To prepare for this trip, there was a few logistical issues that we had to figure out. One of those was fitting our inflatable kayaks onto our motorcycles, and the other was getting our camping gear not only on our motorcycles but also onto the kayak once we inflate it and we make our journey up the lake. My inflatable kayak fits in my Nelson Rig 60-liter Hurricane dry duffel bag perfectly. It fits in there with the pump and the paddle. And then once I get to the lake, I'm gonna take the inflatable kayak out of the duffel bag and then take my camping gear from my Nelson Rig Trails and Adventure panniers, and they've got these inner waterproof bags that I'm gonna take out of the panniers and put into my 60-liter dry duffel, and then put that on the back of the inflatable kayak. Another item that I've been using all summer and using on this trip as well are these wild-ass seat cushions. And these wild-ass seat cushions are medical grade cushions, and they work amazing for riding, keeping your pressure points balanced, keeping airflow underneath you as you ride. It's one of those items that I never really knew that I was missing out on until I tried it out for the first time. It's really made the long rides and the short rides really fun. I feel super comfortable. I've been showing my friends, letting them test it out, and I use my wild-ass seat cushions not only on my motorcycles, but I use them in my studio when I'm recording music and editing video, in my car when I'm driving on long trips. Seat cushions, you could use them for so many different reasons, and it's really been a game changer for me. I'm really excited to try to camp at this island, something that I've always wanted to do. I'm bringing my buddy Chris along on his V-Strum. He's gonna join me on this adventure, and yeah, we're gonna try and make it happen, something we've always talked about doing, and we're finally gonna put it to action. Day one of exploring Courtright. I'm down here at the bottom of the 4-lane. So yeah, it's 107 degrees Fahrenheit today in Fresno. So yeah, me and my buddy Chris, we're gonna head up the 4-lane right now and get to that higher elevation, get to Courtright Reservoir, which is actually one of my favorite places to go to hang out and camp. It's really secluded, a little harder to get into, and makes it a really fun ride on the motorcycles. And the fact that we're combining kayaking and motorcycle riding in one will make this trip even more fun. The closer we rode to Courtright, the more beautiful it becomes. The mountains and the granite cliffs start to open up, and you can see the view overlooking the Sierra Nevada mountains. Riding up to Courtright Reservoir is always a beautiful sight. The waters are always dark blue, and looking at the beautiful granite domes in the background is reminiscent of Yosemite, as I always enjoy riding across the dam and taking in the different sights and sounds of the lake. We made it to Courtright. Me and Chris, we went to the dam, kind of checked out the island that we're gonna camp on. We did a little off-roading today, had to go around some rocks, a little bit of trail, so it wasn't too bad, and we made it work. I'm gonna unload my 60-liter duffel bag here, which has my kayak in it. I'm gonna unload that, pump it up with my air pump, and then I'm gonna put all my camping gear in this because it's waterproof. That way if we tip over something on the lake, my sleeping bag and tent and all that won't get wet. And yeah, should be good to go. We're gonna unload our bikes and kayaks right now and kayak out to this island and set up our camp. About halfway to the island. And these kayaks are a little tough because they don't have rudders on the bottom. So we're kind of just skimming on top of the lake, but we're good. We made it to our camp spot on this island right now. So found a little place with some trees. Pretty nice. Yeah, pretty cool to camp on an island like this, something that I've really always wanted to do. Bringing all of our gear on our kayaks was a challenge, but yeah, we got it here to the island. We're all set up. We are just watching the beautiful sunset and enjoying this wonderful island. It's gonna get nice and cool here tonight. I went from 107 degrees Fahrenheit in Fresno earlier today, and we're gonna get into the 40s here tonight. So really, can't ask for much more than this. Cook up a little bit of food and enjoy the night, enjoy the stars, enjoy being on this cool island. So yeah, it's nighttime now, the stars are coming out. We got the fire going, we're cooking up our little meal bags here. I've never really camped on an island like this, and it was really awesome. Yeah, after our ride coming up, it was really hot, in Fresno. We made our way up into the mountains, rode some beautiful roads into Courtright, and yeah, then we had to blow up our kayaks and switch bags, get all of our camping equipment transferred over. Then it was a little difficult getting here, but it was definitely worth it. Yeah, small, tiny island in the Sierra Nevadas on a beautiful lake. We're above 8,000 feet. So, you can't beat this. This is one of the coolest camping spots that I've had. So we're just gonna eat, chill out. Yeah, enjoy the night, and then make our way back in the morning. Day 2, we woke up bright and early, had some clouds blowing in here, packed up our camping stuff, and yeah, we got to load them back onto our kayaks, paddle the mile or so back to our bikes. Then we need to deflate our kayaks, put them back in our kayak bags, and put our camping gear back on the bikes. So we have quite the process to do, but yeah, real peaceful morning. Great night. It was really quiet, one of the most quiet places. It was just dead silent in the middle of the lake. So got everything loaded into my Nelson Rig Hurricane 60-liter dry luggage bag. And then once I get my kayak to the other side where my bike is, I'll have to put that back into my 60-liter duffel, take my camping stuff out of that, put it back onto my bike on my Trails and Adventure panniers. So it's quite the process, but really worth it to get a chance to camp on a beautiful island like this. I've never really stayed at a place like this, beautiful island in the middle of the Sierra Nevadas, and then get to take a nice ride home back to the 105 degrees Fahrenheit today in Fresno. So yeah, quite the temperature change, going from the high 40s, low 50s back into the 100 degree today. But we'll make it, just gotta tough it out, and yeah, it should be a good day. loaded up. We're in the water now. Gotta go about a mile and a half back to our bike and then reload those. So water seems a little calmer today, less wind. All right, we made it down from Courtright Reservoir. We rode down into Shaver Lake here. Looks like it might have rained a little bit, but we just missed it, so that was good. But yeah, we're just doing some final adjustments before we head down in the city and into the hot heat. Yeah, awesome trip though, getting to camp on that island. You know, really amazing experience. I've never really gotten to do that before, so that was really cool. Making it down from Courtright, going through the Dinky Creek area, through the meadows. Really nice ride through the wilderness before we make it back into the city and into the heat and the traffic. But yeah, great trip. We had a good time. Everything went good.